What is going on, guys? It's your boy Jacob here, or FaZe Teeqo. We are back with a brand new video, and today's video is not going to be a gameplay, it's not going to be a vlog, it's basically just going to be me showing my settings, what I'm playing with, what I'm using, why I'm using it, basically my setup and my settings, what I use to play with CS. But before I do this, all I'm going to say is that this all comes down to preference. You shouldn't just copy people's or copy pros, not even mine, but like just pros in general, like, hey, what's your config? Hey, what's this? Like, I understand if you weren't really sure how to put on, for example, black bars or stretch, stuff like that, but you shouldn't copy people's settings and thinking that you will just automatically play good. It's literally all down to preference. So this is what I use, this is what I'm gonna go over. But first of all, I just wanna start with my equipment, what I use here. SteelSeries Rival 300, I'm pretty sure. Thinking about getting a new one. Crosshair mouse pad, which I'm not sure if that they make anymore, but I really like it. It's pretty big, it's soft. I would never ever, this is all preference, I would never play on a hard mat. I don't understand how people do it. I think it's disgusting, is not the right word, but the feeling of moving on a hard mat, I could never do it. So I don't know how people do that, but once again, it all comes down to preference. I have the Racer Chroma X, I'm pretty sure it's called. It's the new one, so it's really nice actually. I use the Turtle Beach Elite Pro. Really nice headset, comfy, easy to have on for a good amount of time. Doesn't push, doesn't feel like, doesn't sweat. You know, it's just an overall good headset. Definitely recommend. And over to my settings and CSGO. What I use for video settings is 4:3, 1280, 1024, and I use stretched. I have it through on my whole screen. I don't play with black bars. High, very high enabled. As you guys can see, I got high on almost everything because my computer can handle it. I still got a solid 250, 300 FPS pretty much all the time. So me having high or low doesn't really matter, and it looks quite a lot better for the video, so therefore I'm having it. And this is what I wanted to come to. Before I continue with my settings, I've actually thought about switching to 1610, one of these settings, 1440 x 900 or 1680 1050. Mainly for you guys, mainly to just make it a little bit better quality and just for like the video purpose, because it's still a little bit stretched, but not really. I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like in a little. I'm gonna continue with this because I'm gonna show you guys the settings that I have right now and that I actually really prefer playing with, obviously. And now over to what the main thing is that a lot of people ask me about, my sensitivity. I play an 800 DPI, 0.99 in game. So kind of standard low-ish sensitivity. I really like it. Zoom sensitivity 1, raw input on, mouse acceleration off. I used to have it on when I started playing CS a long time ago, but it's just hard to be consistent with it, and I do a lot of fast swipes, so I felt like I was just not consistent enough. And one thing I do too that a lot of people have been asking me about, I don't jump on space. I don't know how anyone in this world jump on space. I don't know how you guys do it. I hate it. Ever since I played 1.6, I've been jumping on my scroll wheel. So that's what I have here. Jump, mouse, and wheel up. So people have no scroll down, but me personally, I prefer scroll up because that's how I always had it in 1.6, to scroll down. I had the ducking, whatever. One thing, if I just can have any input, once again, it's all to preference, whatever you learn or whatever, but try and not use the scroll wheel to switch weapons. Because it's so hard to be consistent with it if you want like a flash and you just keep scrolling and it just takes a lot of time. Try and learn with the keys. Try and learn to use 1, 2, 3, and whatever you add, 4, 5, 6 for your nades. That's what I do. Like 1, my gun, 2, secondary, 3, knife, and 4 is my nades, and then 5 or 6 I have nades too, but I mainly just use 4 because I've learned that if I press 4-1 and I have an HD, that's my first one, and then it's a flash, and then it's a smoke. So if I want to smoke, I just, and I get a smoke. If I wanted just a HG, 1, flash, twice. So that's what I've learned, and I switch on like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or QQ. Don't use scroll wheel to switch weapons or knife or whatever. It's really hard to be consistent with it. If you're in like a close battle and you're, for example, CT, and you need to throw counter nades and you're just standing there scrolling and you, oh, knife, oh, nade, like try and learn the keys, and whenever you learn, it takes a little, but whenever you get comfortable with it, you're gonna be so much faster with the nades, so much faster with taking out your gun without having to scroll and accidentally pull out my pistol and then my gun. Like, it's those tiny milliseconds that have a huge difference for like timing, or, you know, if they push you, etc. So that's the one thing that I would advise. Regardless if you wanna jump on scroll wheel or not, don't use scroll wheel to switch weapons. That's the only input. I'm gonna have whatever you else wanna do, or like think that I have wrong settings, feel free. But that's the one thing, don't switch weapons on scroll wheel. But I'm gonna switch to the settings that I've been thinking about switching. This would be simply just for you viewers, so it will look better. This is the difference. I would happily stay on this rest, but it's all down to you guys. Just be honest with me. If you would genuinely enjoy my videos more if I played on, I'm not gonna go 16-9, but if I went 16-10 and this, if you would enjoy it a lot more because it's a little bit higher rest, let me know and I'll 100% consider it. I can't promise you guys because, yeah, I'm just not really a fan, but this is the easiest way to do your crosshair in my opinion. You just download it in a workshop and you can pick from pros and then just change the colors or change whatever you want. So it's really easy. FaZe up, baby. But I made my own. Let's see here. Share crosshair. So these are my crosshair settings. If you want to take a screenshot or copy them, or I put it in the description of the video, something like that. I don't really know, but this is what I use. I normally have this size-ish. Whenever I feel like it, I switch the color a little bit. I like black too, to be honest. But right now, I'm just fucking around with pink, because why not? Fuck it. But yeah, I go on this here. You can change a lot of the styles here in thickness and gap, dots, everything. You can pick from all these pros, customize them, if you can have it moving, etc. So once again, if you want to copy mine, you know, here they are. But I would just go on here and make your own that you feel comfortable with. You can change the colors, etc. You can save it. You can save different ones and then go over whatever you like better. But once again, crosshair is not going to make you a better player. I'm sorry. There are obviously preferred ones because you feel comfortable with it. But crosshair is crosshair. Like I could play in the default one. Like it's just not going to make you a better player. It's going to help you in certain ways because you like it or you feel comfortable with it. Don't like think that just because you copy a pro settings, you're going to play as good as him or etc. So that's why when I did all my shit, I did whatever I liked myself. I didn't actually look up configs. I've never downloaded a config. Like when people ask me for my config, I don't even know how the fuck I will give it to you because I just made my own settings. This is what I like and I stick to it. I'm having a bad game. Oh, I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change sense. I'm going to change rest. I'm going to change black bars. I'm going to change crosshair. Like I just don't do that because I think consistency is key and you build it in your muscle memory, and changing with sensitivity especially is not a good thing to do. You can tweak it a little bit, somewhat the same, but like doing drastic changes or like just like constantly changing, I don't think it's a good idea. I hope this somewhat helped or gave any kinds of tips, or if you want to copy it, sure thing, but I would suggest making your own that you feel comfortable with. But if that means basing it off of my settings or someone else's settings, sure thing, but tweak it so you feel comfortable yourself. You shouldn't just copy someone's completely because it's all down to preference. If I like playing like this, no, it's not for the looks. It's mainly because I like having my arm and leaning towards it. I can't sit like this. My arm just doesn't function here. I can't play and lean over like I do and have my arm here. So yes, for a lot of people, they're like, oh, you're playing with tilted keyboard because it looks cool. No, it's simply comfy because I can lean my whole arm here and still just have it like in a natural angle. I can't lean my arm and have it natural when it's straight. I just can't. So you can say whatever you want. Same with my mouse pad. I don't have it not straight because it doesn't look cool enough. I have it like this so I have more mouse room because this is the area I use. And I have quite a low sense, so I need like the whole thing to not run out of mouse pad. So I have it for a reason. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though it wasn't really too entertaining or whatever. But I hope it helped and I hope it gave any kinds of advice. If you have any further questions, please leave it in the comment section below. I'm gonna reply to as many comments as I can on this video. If you have any questions or thoughts or want my input or something specific about the game or your settings, etc. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, make sure to drop a like and I'll be back with a normal video tomorrow. Thank you. I love you, FaZe, dude.